Everything is nuking right now. Everyone is panicking. There's blood in the streets. So what does this actually mean? It means opportunity, in my opinion. You might hear people calling it Black Monday in reference to the 1987 crash of the stock market, where the Dow crashed around 41% over a pretty short period of time, leading up to a huge sell-off on October 19th, 1987, which is now known as Black Monday. Imagine the panic and fear at that time. Everyone's screaming for a recession, panic selling to protect their investments when the result of their actions on that day could change everything for them. That's where you have to fight against your emotions. This is how you make the most of these situations, which are nothing more than discounts on the assets that you actually want. All you have to do is zoom out a little bit. Okay, so you see that tiny blue dot right there? That's the huge Black Monday crash. Nothing but a blip. Even at today's prices, it's still up 2,000%. So what's the point I'm trying to make here? Relax. It might feel like a lot right now, but this is nothing more than an opportunity. These are the days that we prepare for. This is why we have cash on the side, so we are ready for moments just like this. And how is this relevant to crypto? Today, Bitcoin is down about 32% from its all-time high, which we took profit, by the way. The members of learningcrypto.com know all about that, and they are probably pretty happy right now. But that is a very normal pullback for Bitcoin during bull markets. Remember the huge COVID crash of 2020 when Bitcoin was dead and nobody wanted to touch it? Look at that now, a blip. Okay, so if you believe in Bitcoin, crypto, and everything it stands for, then these times make for glorious opportunities. You know the saying, be greedy when others are fearful and buy when there's blood in the streets. In the moment, it's hard to execute things like this. In hindsight, you might wish you did. Now, there might be more downside ahead, and that's why you don't go all in straight away. You dollar cost average and you stay calm, just as I have been doing. You could even argue this is a manufactured crisis, but I'm not going to get into that today. It's way too political. Bitcoin isn't the only opportunity there right now. Ethereum is incredibly attractive at these prices, and everybody at learningcrypto.com knows exactly how I feel. Now, I know you're going to hate me in the comments, but against its BTC pair, it's trading at March 2020 scamdemic levels right now. Everything and everyone is building on Ethereum. It isn't going anywhere either, and I haven't seen sentiment this bearish since the disaster in 2016, and it makes me incredibly bullish right now. Basically, the entire world of DeFi is there. Loans, swaps, NFTs, you name it. Even privacy options are there, but nobody likes to talk about that with Ethereum for some weird reason. But there is one massive underlying issue we're facing across the crypto space right now, and this is the perfect opportunity to start bringing it back. The original purpose is being lost. We were promised decentralization, freedom, and a new system, but that's not what's really happening right now. Wall Street is embracing crypto for profit, hiding the real innovation, and keeping people entertained with a circus of hype and cheering on regulation like it's a good thing. When I started buying Bitcoin back in 2012, nobody wanted regulation. It was the complete opposite. Bitcoin was born out of the 2009 financial crisis when the banks collapsed and got their bailouts from buddies in power to support a broken system. You all know that's the truth. Come on, guys. Do you remember the Genesis block? The times 3 January 2009, Chancellor on the brink of second bailouts for banks. Now, 16 years later, we are entering a pivotal moment in the crypto history, and it's not going in our favor right now. Do you even know who the main cheerleader behind this is? It's BlackRock. They've been acting like their ETF is some sort of revolution, offering people an alternative, but that's far from the truth. If you're investing in an ETF, you're not investing in Bitcoin. You're actually investing in simply BlackRock. You should call it paper Bitcoin because it's no product of the cypherpunks. It's pretty ironic that Bitcoin was created to bring down these legacy institutions, but now they're the ones trying their best to sell it back to us. It's ridiculous. ridiculous. These are the institutions Bitcoin was created to disrupt, not assimilate to. Bitcoin has granted us a new hope for the future with no centralized authority. Then we have Jamie Dimon says it's for drug dealers and murderers back in 2017. To be fair to him though, he has maintained his anti-Bitcoin opinion through his public statements, except actions speak much louder than words. As it turns out, JP Morgan has been investing heavily into things like Bitcoin and a lot of other cryptocurrencies. Then we got Saylor cheering for regulations constantly, acting like it's needed for this space to thrive. That could not be further from the truth, guys. It wouldn't surprise me if he's cozied up with these guys and he's nothing more than a puppet. No one in the world should have control over Bitcoin or decentralized assets. Regulators only want to take that power away. You know what the most painful thing about this is? People are celebrating the regulators, acting as if they're some pioneers who have built this space from the ground up. That couldn't be further from the truth. They are just parasites, all right? They've only just now become interested in Bitcoin. If the past is anything to go by, they aren't in it to benefit you, all right? And Trump, the president of the United States of America, he's been trying to turn the crypto space into a complete joke. Think about this for a second. A president launching meme coins, NFTs, just leeching everything he can out like a serial grifter. The sad part is people cheered this on, acting like it's going to grow the space or something, except it turns into an absolute circus. It's really painful to watch. You know exactly why he's been such an advocate for Bitcoin before the elections. It's simple, because he wanted the vote. That's all. Now, to be fair to him, he has come in and implemented some things that are pro-crypto, but I just want to remind you again, that is completely not what this space is about, and it's not needed at all. It just tightens their grip on power. Stablecoins are the new focus, and I tell you exactly why, because they know that there will be a public outrage if CBDCs were launched. Except the irony is, stablecoins are no different at all. They can track every single dollar, freeze at any point, and very easily tie it to your digital identity if they wanted to. Blacklists, whitelists, you name it. Even Uniswap recently released a thing called hooks, which they can attach liquidity pools to KYC. Of course, the Coinbase Fed chain has already started using it in places. It won't be hard for things like that to be implemented across stablecoins completely. Your privacy can be completely wiped out if you participate, and this isn't even a joke. Privacy is king, and right now there are options out there if you really want to find them. The real issue here is people being misguided by the show. They're calculated with everything they do, every word they say. They want you to feel comfortable in them and afraid of what's out there. Remember how scary they tried to make Bitcoin out to be? Now they're embracing it, but on their terms, guys. They want you to think that what they have to offer is the right way to interact with Bitcoin, but they couldn't be more wrong. You don't need KYC to recreate a Bitcoin wallet, to mine it, or to hold it, or to transact. You don't need a middleman, banks, you don't need them at all, okay? And they don't like it. They don't like the fact that you don't need them, okay? That's the whole point of this. Celebrating crypto has become the exact thing it was once opposed to, and it's kind of an insult to the decades of research people put into cryptography, and an insult to Satoshi and every single person involved in the early development of it. Think about that for a second. Who really benefits from regulations? Remember, their power relies on fear. Stop being afraid, and they don't have anything to manipulate you with. Okay, vote with your feet, your money, your time. Crypto will grow wherever the people put their energy and time into it. So if you want to keep that original vision alive, then self-custody. Get that hardware wallet and decentralize your life as much as possible. The future of crypto is yet to be decided, and whatever choice you make helps put that into motion. For me, it's decentralization, sovereignty, and freedom. Remember, remember, middlemen can't exist without us, but we can exist without them. So if you're going to buy crypto, make sure it's real, not an ETF, okay? Not some derivative or some random stock that promises to buy something for you. Self-custody your assets and become a sovereign individual.